people in Dallas that suffer from social injustices. I am the second vice president of the organization, and I just want to say thank you to my team members and my partners. We got that text this morning, and they asked no questions, jumped right up, and came to Friendship West, and then they moved it here at 6 o'clock, and they're here. So the people y'all see on the streets protesting, marching, rallying, that's us. So I thank y'all. The city of Dallas should thank y'all. We're young people fighting for justice. Young people fighting for justice, and we won't stop until we get it. So I just want to say thank y'all for being there, for always being there, for holding it down for us, and I appreciate them so much.
All right, I'm gonna get it started by letting you guys know what happened today while we're here and a little bit of back information, because I'm sure there are little gray areas. So it started this morning where there was a group of people. Let me pull all this up so I can give you guys correct information. Their names are the people that organized this event: Nathan Abrams, Rebecca Parrish Sparks, and Brody Henry. They created a Facebook event called Back the Blue Cruise, hosted by TRC and NTJC. NTJC is a Jeep club. They got the people and they started in Bedford, Texas. They came from Bedford, Texas, and they came to Friendship West Baptist Church. What they did not know is that we knew that there were going to be people that were going to utilize the lot. We did it. We were under the impression, and what they had told us, that it was a Black Lives Matter Jeep club and they were coming to utilize parking lot. When they got there, we actually figured out it was Confederates and a whole lot of KKK members. So when that happened, everyone got the text, we all came out, and stuff happened. After that, Pastor Haynes went live, and during his live feed, NTJC released a statement on the live saying NTJC was not in charge of organizing the route. We were just asked to bring out Jeeps and did so. It's on us for not looking more into where exactly the convoy was stopping. We will get to the bottom of this, and you will have answers from us shortly as to what happened. We are very sorry that today's event that was meant for good, it turned out bad, and we promise you we'll find out how this happened. NTJC never allowed anything political or racial to take place inside our club, and we will continue to stick to those beliefs. But I want to leave you guys with this. When you are having an event known as a Blue Lives Matter, any event, it then becomes racial, because we are fighting for Black lives. If you have a problem with us saying Black Lives Matter, but you don't have a problem with Blue Lives Matter, you literally only have a problem with the word black, and that in of itself is a problem. We're fighting for our lives. I'm sorry, but not as many not as many police officers have died at the hands of racist police officers on or off duty. This isn't just a fight for the Black lives lost. It's for all people of color that lives have been lost by the hands of police brutality. All in all, they didn't have to come to Oak Cliff to do it. They started in Bedford, Texas, ended in Bedford, Texas, and then after, they stopped to get beer. George couldn't go home and get a beer that night. No one could go home and get a beer that night. Hell, half of us can't even go home and get a beer at night. We can't stop at a grocery store on the way home in Highland Park. We can't do all those things. So I just want you guys to remember that this is what happened today. This is the reason that we are here, and just remember that. We're gonna ask that Pastor Haynes come up and speak for a minute.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. All right, so let me just say this. First of all, I appreciate so much all of you, both this morning and this evening, coming out to basically say that Black Lives Matter, and you do not come to our community to intimidate us. We don't play that, and Oak Cliff is our hood. So, say what? All right. Is this all right? Okay, so Oak Cliff is our hood, and you do not intimidate us in Oak Cliff. Let me share with you, and I appreciate so much Next Generation Action Network always on the case. You all are the truth. And so I salute you and thank God for you. God bless you. So here's what has gone down. We've done some research. At 4 o'clock today, there was a Black Lives Matter rally that had been approved by us. I have, as I always do, whenever there is an event at our church, they send me an email that indicates what is going to be taking place at the church. The only caravan we approved today was at 4 o'clock. It was a Black Lives Matter rally that was held by the black undertakers and mortuary homes that started in Tarrant County, and they did a caravan from Tarrant County to Friendship West. And there at Friendship West, they had a Black Lives Matter rally. We're doing our research. Evidently, this well-organized group saw what was going to take place and decided that they were going to hijack what was being done this afternoon. And they showed up en masse. They've been organizing this from quite some time. One of their organizers was trying to reach me. We talked. He claims that he's a part of the Jeep Club and that the Dodge Club set them up and hijacked what they had intended to do. He claims that he had no idea that Friendship West was even a stop on their journey. I said, well, since you did stop, let me hip you to what's going down. Let me help you to what's up. Because he said that this was just about supporting Blue Lives. I said, well, your Blue Lives support had Trump signs as well as Confederate signs. That translates into a KKK rally. And you ain't having no KKK rally to intimidate us at Friendship West or in Oak Cliff or in Dallas because you came for the wrong one. Matter of fact, you came for the right one. So since you came, either number one, you are clueless, or number two, you were evil intended. Since you are clueless, it's time to get educated. And we will educate you that in the age of George Floyd, in the age of Breonna Taylor, in the age of Ahmaud Arbery, and right down the street where both them John lost his life, this ain't no time to be talking about backing the blue. If you want the blue to be back, then you need to make sure that Black Lives Matter. Because until Black Lives Matter, you can't expect for us to talk about backing the blue, because the blue is associated with, here it is, your rootage. And your rootage is in slave patrols. In your slave patrols, you kidnap and captured black bodies, and after you captured black bodies, you took them back into enslavement. Those days are over, and so until you repent for what you did in the past and what you're doing right now, as far as I'm concerned, you want us to back the blue, then the blue needs to back black folk and make sure that Black Lives Matter, because until our lives matter, don't expect us to have your back, because we're too busy trying to protect our own back from being shot in the back. And so let me just say, we're going to keep this investigation going. Since they coming out with their lies, we're going to keep the investigation going. I called the chief of police, Renee Hall. Renee Hall said that they did not have an authorized police escort. She says they did not have that escort, so they lied about that too. So as far as I'm concerned, they came for us and we did not send for them. And since you came for us and we did not send for you, then you're going to have to deal with the truth that sets folk free. And the truth that sets us free is that until Black lives show enough matter, then you need to do your part to make sure that they matter. Here's what the blue can do. The blue can lead the effort to lobby and ensure that we defund the police and invest in our communities that have been neglected. The blue needs to reimagine what public safety looks like. Public safety does not look like you policing our side of town to protect the other side of town. But real public safety means that you invest in communities that have been reduced to food deserts and
invest on our side of town. Yeah. Tell you invest on our side of town and demilitarize the police. The police cannot declare war on us. All right. That's what's going on right now. As long as they are militarized, they are declaring war. And we're saying you ain't declaring war on us. Because we built this country. We built it for freedom. We built it for free. You need to treat us in a way that is just and respects our humanity, because we're sick of you having your knee on our head. We're sick of saying you can't wait. And until you back us, don't ask for us to back the blue, because we are the most loyal people this country has ever had. They never committed treason like that clown you got in the White House. You have never done in this country what you've done to us, and yet you want us to not say Black Lives Matter? Yeah, Black Lives Matter. And the blue had better back Black lives if the blue want to be backed by us. Until you back us, then back up off of us. Invest in our community, because we ain't playing that game. I guess I give it to you like the man Kendrick Lamar. All our life we had to fight. But God's got us, and we gonna be all right. I'm done.